Hey, what's up guys? Back here in the garage, we're on the Exocet as usual. You'll notice that we have a bit of a theme going on today, and that's because Mishimoto has teamed up with me with the Exocet. They're going to be sponsoring the car, and because of that, we have a bunch of their products here, and we're going to be using them on the car. We've got oil coolers, we got fans, we got couplers, all sorts of stuff that we really need for this car so we can keep it cool and have some good parts on there. Obviously, guys, make sure you check those guys out. They make some good products. I've been using them for a while, and honestly, it's good stuff. So let's get to it. Let's start see if we can make some stuff work. Okay, so now that you know that I'm sponsored by Mishimoto, I can show you some of these parts and basically show you that I realized that I've got an issue already. So this is one of the oil coolers that I ordered. I ordered a 16 row, and I also ordered this 10 row, and my idea originally was that I was going to have the 16 row here and then a 10 row here. The issue that I have now is that even though this will fit, in my mind, for some reason, I thought that these oil lines were going to clear that intercooler pipe, and they don't. I don't see any way to make it work either. So basically, this, yes, it fits there, but these hoses are running directly into the intercooler pipe. So yeah, that's an issue. Now I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put this. What I might do is I might move on to the next thing and revisit this. Yeah. Okay, so next thing I'm gonna try and tackle is I'm building a fan shroud. So I ordered two 8-inch fans and then a 6-inch fan, or at least it should have been a 6-inch fan, but it's, for some reason, it's labeled as a 6, but it turns out it's actually a 7, and that kind of screwed up my measurements because I cut this plate to 22.5 inches, and now you can see I've got a little bit of overhang on both sides because I actually need a 23-inch piece of aluminum. Yeah, so that's going to kind of screw me up. What I think I might do is, since I was going to use these on the sides anyway to box it in, I think that might just barely be enough to catch that edge. I think what I'll have to do is just not, obviously this will be solid, so like that little bit of edge right there, it'll be closed off, so I'll just have to open up the center. What I did realize is that if I do all of that, this is going to become two pieces, which is also not ideal. So what I might have to do is I might have to weld these on first, then cut the holes. That way it doesn't completely fall apart. So yeah, let's figure this out. Okay, so I had another idea. This fan is one of the ones that I had on there already, and this one is actually exactly 6 inches here, so it fits like perfect all the way around. So what I might do is maybe I'll run this one in the center. As much as I don't like the idea, because obviously I'd rather have a better fan, I don't know if I can fit it in there without doing some fuckery. So maybe. I think what I need to do is I need to build the frame. I'll build the frame first and then kind of decide from there. All right, this could be a little tricky to film just because of where it's at, but you can see I got my plate here. I drilled 2 holes and I put in some nut certs. So now this is actually held on there reasonably well. So now you can see down here, I've got this flat piece of, some flat stock aluminum. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this right at the edge. I'm gonna weld that essentially like that. And then I'm gonna put some other pieces on this side right here, and on the other side obviously. And then I'm gonna drill the holes in there, and yeah, we'll put the fan on. I haven't quite decided how I'm gonna mount on the bottom yet. It's got these little tab things, so I might utilize those, but I gotta figure out exactly how I'm gonna do it. It might work to just run nut certs and a bolt, but it depends on where the fans are at and whether it's gonna interfere, so we'll see. I got this portion welded on. As you saw, I only did like, you know, I did some stringers that weren't like the whole length. I did that on purpose, basically, because it doesn't really need to be welded all the way down, and it also stops cracks. If it had like a crack in this one, it wouldn't continue into this one. It would, you know, still hold together. So yeah, in any case, now I need to cut down the flat stock for these sides so then I can get those fitted and get them welded on. And just like that, I got those pieces cut and I got them welded on. So just need to test fit, make sure everything's okay, and then cut some holes for the fans, obviously, and then I need to make some mounting tabs for the bottom. Hell yeah, that fits in there really good. It's a little wonky at the bottom where those tabs are. They're a little bit off, and I think it's just because the radiator isn't sitting 100% straight right now because I'm missing the rubber bushings on the bottom. So I may have to take the radiator out, put those bushings in there so I can get it straight. Then I can figure out how I'm gonna put the tabs on there. So this is what I figured out on mounting the bottom. So basically, I drilled these holes back here, and because there was a gap between this and the bottom of that radiator tab, I got a piece of the flat stock, cut it down, and then I put a nut cert in it. With that hole drilled, this now slides into there. So now I just got to weld these little squares on there, and then it'll be all done for mounting as far as that goes, and it doesn't protrude into the fan shroud very much. It's not gonna interfere with anything. So yeah, I think that's gonna work out really good. Okay, so I drilled a whole shitload of holes, took too much measurements, drilled holes, whatever. Now I've got some nut struts in there, so now you can see that's where all of these fans are gonna line up. So the next thing is obviously I need to drill, cut these holes out, which I'm gonna use the plasma cutter. I think the best way to figure this out is basically I'm gonna take a straight edge, do that, I'll have an X, then I'll have a center point, then I'm gonna use a scribe to scribe out a circle, then I'll know where I need to cut and where I don't. All right, I know I jumped a couple steps ahead here, but man, guys, it looks so good. Look at that shit. I need to get some more bolts because I didn't have quite the right bolts to mount it all in there. But oh, dude, it looks so good in there. Fits perfect. So good. I know I'm sure you guys are wondering, I can't remember if I talked to you guys about it before, but yes, I'm not gonna have any fans up here because there isn't really enough room. I could have cut that out, but I was like, I don't know, because I've got this pipe running here, and there's just, it's a problem. There's not a lot of room in here, so I think it's 100%. It's gonna cool better than it did before, though, and I'm really happy about it. It fits perfect, looks good. Hell yeah. Okay, I did take it out for you guys so you can see it finished, since it was probably really difficult to see inside there. Inside's a little rough, because I cut it with a plasma cutter, but for the most part it's pretty good. I ended up extending these out here because it's kind of like beveled, so it can pull in air from further out, I suppose. Yeah, I think this is gonna work out really good. I'm pretty happy with it. Hell yeah. The only thing obviously the only thing I wish I was able to run that other Mishimoto fan, but I think in general it's gonna work better. It's gonna work good. Next order of business, I decided that I'm going to mount the blow-off valve right there. I marked it out already. It's gonna kind of sit, somewhere in this area. So I think that's gonna work. I'm gonna use the plasma cutter. We're gonna cut this thing out, and then we're gonna try and get that thing welded on. So that part will be done. All right, got the blow-off valve all welded on there. She's good to go. I got the pipe all cleaned out. I cleaned out the intercooler. Now I can actually throw my Mishimoto 90-degree coupler, and then I got my clamps on there. Hell yeah. All right, guys, I think that's gonna be it on this one. I'm feeling really good about that fan setup. It looks really good. It came together exactly the way I wanted it to. Yeah, pretty proud of that. Obviously, Mishimoto being behind me now, having them as a sponsor it's awesome because they make a lot of stuff that obviously not only can I use on the Exocet but for the other projects as well. It's really going to help out for sure. I've got some other things I'm planning on next time. I'm going to turn into moving on to trying to get these oil coolers situated, trying to figure that situation out. I've kind of got an idea. We'll see if it's going to pan out. You'll find out next time, but yeah, we'll figure it out. But until next time, make sure you like, subscribe, do all the things, and peace out.